my family, extended family, friends here tonight, today. I have to talk without breaking down because I could very easily do that. And Martha, my wife, the first and only one, knows I did not rehearse this. But what I am here saying is that I'd like to just get a quick review. First of all, to those that don't know, I met her on St. Patrick's Day, and we were married, obviously, shortly thereafter, for no apparent reason other than in those days it was a long ways from here to there. And I said to her, and this is no lie, I said, Mother, or Marcy at the time, I said, we have a moment. I'm going to be teaching in Minnesota. You can get a job at Bismarck Hospital. And it would be 250 miles apart. I can't afford to drive to visit you, and phone calls for 10 minutes from there to there would be $10 at least. $1 a minute, I'm sure it was in those days. So I said, here's the deal. Either say yes or abandon ship. The damn fool said yes. She said, yes, I'll take my chances with you. That was 60 years ago. Well, 60 plus. So we moved from, obviously out there, she moved to this unknown territory here. And I was making $46.50 a year coaching 3 sports. And shortly thereafter,
He's in the gazebo.
See if you can figure out what it is.
well, I'm looking for him.
He's in the gazebo.
Oh,
Talk about abandoning ship.
Raj,
I knew I was going to get brought up into this.
Raj was born.
We were headed.
Raj was born in Ada, believe it or not. We left all those years, but he was born here, and then it was a very tough birth. I held my
Shut up.
wife's hand.
Shut up.
I held her hand in the hospital for like
Roger, get over here.
16 straight hours. And he was born, and then she looked at me and she said, where were you when all this was going on, honey? Why weren't you here?
He never
And I-
attended another birth.
And I said, if we ever have any more children, I'll hire somebody to sit with you because I'm not going to do it. And so when Alan was born in Browerville, somehow we got her to the hospital there. I went over to teach, and my principal came in that afternoon and said, you're father of another boy. You want to go and see her? No, I don't. Not some. I wanted to see Alan, but not her. And the next one was James. He came out of Bemidji, and then Keith came out of Litchfield. The clock
I
ran
had to take
obviously
the
in
bus to
between.
the hospital when I was having Jim.
She took the bus, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
took the bus in Bemidji.
I could have gotten a way to take her. I said, no, I don't do that anymore because I want to live. And I damn near died that having Roger, honestly. I sat in the, God, I couldn't take it. And Roy Rasmussen was up there having Julie, because Roger and Julie graduated together in high school here, and Roger said to her one time, he said, you know, I've seen you naked. And she said, how could that be? He said, in the nursery. Yeah, the clock runs. And the next thing, the ensuing years, we ended up here in Ada. We moved here in '79. And it's been a real good ride And every once in a while you go over hurdles. She's had them, I've had them, children, family. But it's been worthwhile. I look out here, I see the nicest people on earth here. And I mean it so sincerely. And it's been, somehow I have to try to say this, the last 6 months have been very trying. And I really feel that we are recovering, because for every moment that's tough on me, it's tough on her. So, with that, I just thank you all for being here, for doing this to me. And God, I'm inviting you all back for the 75th.
I'll tell you one thing about the
Cheers.
blind date. He had a friend named Harold, and Harold had a blind date with my friend Marilyn at the nursing school the night before. So Harold and Tom, they got together in Bismarck at the local pub, and they drank most of the afternoon. Harold says, I have to go because I have a date. Tom says, you can't go unless you get me a date. Now, I'd had supper already. I happened to be walking past the phone, and Marilyn said, Marcy, come here. You're having a date tonight. I said, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. Harold's friend needs a date, and it's going to be you, because you just happened to be walking by. Okay, so I went. We went out for supper. Yay, I got to have supper again. They took us home. Then they said, we'll meet you in the morning and we'll go to church. So Marilyn and I are standing there waiting. I said, Marilyn, these two idiots are not going to show up to go to church. Damned if they didn't. They showed up. We went to church. That was our second date. And then we went to the Garrison Dam for a tour. Never did I believe they'd show up for a date. Went to church. But they did.
You're better at this than I am.
I know now. Oops, missed him.